Drew, the Nintendo Switch 2, the Super Switch is back in the news again. But this time, it's not the relief I'm waiting for. We have Nintendo's president reportedly describes its next-gen consoles as, quote, Switch next model. Okay. This comes from Tom Ivan at VGC, gives us more. Nintendo has given the strongest indication yet that its next-generation console won't stray too far from the existing Switch hardware. In a message released to coincide with the publication of the company's financial results on Tuesday, Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa confirmed plans to announce, quote, the successor to Nintendo Switch, end quote, during its current fiscal year, ending in March 2025. This is a quote from him directly. This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March of 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation. Quote ends. Oh, just drawing out the suspense as long as possible.
This is nuts. The fact that we don't have the successor already blows my mind, man. All right. You know what? Keep going.
Yeah, we have some technological catching up to do, I believe. During Nintendo's earnings call, Furukawa was reportedly asked if the next-gen console is something brand new. Quote, Switch next model is the appropriate way to describe it, quote, he replied, according to David Gibson, senior research analyst at MST Financial. While official word on the concept of the console may still be some months away, a series of leaks have previously suggested it will represent an evolution of the Switch rather than a revolution of the Switch in design terms. After development kits for Nintendo's next console were provided to key partner studios, VGC sources claimed last summer that Switch 2 would be another hybrid system that can be connected to a TV or played as a handheld, which, personally, I think that's kind of where Nintendo has boxed themselves into, but
yeah.
It was also recently claimed that Switch 2 will continue to have Joy-Con controllers, but that they'll be larger than the current consoles and will use magnetic suction to connect it rather than the existing slide rail technology. That again has me a little bit worried, just strange little jump in technology there, hopefully otherwise as well, but it has been claimed that the new console will be backwards compatible with physical and digital Switch games too. That is incredibly important in today's
shocking
climate.
It is shocking.
Actually, yes, the idea that it's not going to be just sold back in downloads attached to a subscription, at least let's hope. VGC reported in February that Nintendo had internally delayed the launch of its next-gen console from this year to early 2025. One publishing source suggested the delay was so that it could prepare stronger first-party software for the console. Come on, Donkey Kong. While others have claimed the move was made to avoid potential hardware supply issues. That made a lot of sense about a year ago. Yeah. Nintendo confirmed today that it will hold its traditional June Nintendo Direct this year, although it said the presentation won't include any information on its next-gen console. The Switch relaunched in March of 2017, so long ago now, and has sold 141.32 million units to date, according to the Platinum holder.
Wow.
That is an incredibly impressive amount of sales, but I have to question if that's still going at the current rate. I feel like everybody has a Switch now, if you were going to get one.
One or two, anyways, probably at this point, right? Like you Switch Lite, you got the OLED Switch, you got this Switch, that Switch, and every other Switch going on. It is, man, yes, we are working on the Switch 2. Yes, we will announce it at a later date. Gee, thanks, right? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Man, just show it. At this point, just let the cat out of the bag. Let's see what you got. What are you cooking up? I know they got this whole marketing road plan and stuff, but man, it's been so long. At this point, the Nintendo Direct coming up for the latter half of the year, I'm like, does it really matter? Like, are we going to get a Mario game? Probably not. We're not going to get another Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Nothing Zelda related, probably. Right? What's that leave us? I think they're going, dude, I think they're holding everything over. We might get a Zelda remake. if anything.
That's a pretty safe bet, actually. There's a few Zelda games that have not been remade, and I'm holding hope for Majora's Mask personally. But that's an interesting thought. I didn't imagine it. Do you think this is going to be the software setting up for launch of the new Switch, or do you think it's going to be the tail end of the current Switch? All right, this is the last few games we're going to be putting out.
I think that's exactly what you're getting.
It's a little bit sad. You know they'll make it a little bit celebratory, but that's a bit sad.
Yeah, I think they're sunsetting now the Switch. And after all this time, dude, they have to. It's over. The Switch is done. It is toast. We're playing on other handhelds right now that are more powerful than the Switch. That is an issue. We're on current gen consoles that are like 3 times more powerful than the Switch. That is a problem, right? And then you're not going to give us the Switch 2 or whatever you're going to call it, the successor, until next year? Man, okay, that's great. We have lots to play. Like, I'm not heartbroken, but at the same time, I'm a little shocked we're not getting it this holiday season. Like, that's what I was more expecting, is the Switch 2 later this year. Holiday season, get ready, boom, boom, boom. Because they have so much catching up to do. Granted, at 141 million units sold, do they have anything to catch up or worry about? Probably not, right? I think Nintendo's definitely put themselves in a great position to move things forward. But I was just a little disappointed. Man, I was really hoping we see the Switch 2. Right, I'm on the OLED Steam Deck right now. I've got my Logitech G Cloud unit. There's the ROG Ally out there as well. There's I think it's the MSI Claw. Like, dude, they have so much competition now that Nintendo can't go away from the handheld. They have to come back. And they have to come back stronger and set up. And then there's rumors on top of that Xbox is making a handheld. We got the PlayStation Portal. Dude, the competition is bigger than ever for Nintendo right now. And it's like they've always had their own little niche, and they've kind of gone into their own little kind of section of gaming. I don't know, man. I think the competition is coming for them a little bit.
It's really interesting to me that they're kind of the progenitor of this next wave of handhelds, being that they developed the Game Boy and we're back to them leading the market again. It's interesting that they're leading the market from behind, however. They really need to catch up and lead this handheld gaming situation. Otherwise, what are you doing, Nintendo? You can sell me Nintendo or Zelda and Mario for another 30 years, but you're going to have to make it look nice.
Yeah, they got some catching up to do. But you can always catch us over on ITGTV.com. There, hit us up in all of our socials.